You mentioned the defensive side of the ball and 2 number 1 overall picks in Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett. That is very true, Max. But here's what is also true. If that defense can play to its potential, it can be one of the top 3 to 4 defenses in all of the National Football League next year. Not only do they have those 2 guys as top picks, you also got to look at other players, and Denzel Ward was a top 4 pick. Then you got to look at other guys that have been there that were top picks for that team, the Greedy Williamses of the world, the Delfonts of the world. Those guys come to the party and come to play. That defense could make some noise.
How many games does Deshaun Watson have to play, Key, for you to say, yes, they can win the division, right? Like, how many games does he have to play this year? 17-game season nowadays, obviously.
I would say 10.
He's got to play in 10.
He's got to play in at least 10 for them to win the division.
That's an interesting number, Keith.
Let's just say the wheels fell off, Jay, and they went 0-7. And then he came back and they won 10.
Yeah.
They make the playoffs as a wild card. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of looking at it that way, even though to me that's unrealistic. I think if they split the 6 to 7 games, I think they'd be good. 3-4, 4-3, I think they'd be good.
It's just, look, I always go back to, even though Baker Mayfield had his challenges, I saw him as a bridge quarterback. It's crazy the conversation that's happened around Cleveland over the last 3 to 4 years where it seems like it's a free agent destination. It feels like that's where people want to go and play, Key. Even retention, right? Like retaining, players around them. Like, so for me, watching him, it's Deshaun Watson, that's Jacoby Brissett, helping them out along the way until you get Deshaun Watson back.
It's interesting that a guy like Deshaun Watson, with everything swirling around him from a civil standpoint in his lawsuits that he's facing right now, I think it's 22, 23, that he's facing, he's still able to somehow galvanize his teammates, his new teammates, and get them to kind of, I don't want to say rally around him, but make them feel whole to the point where he can put them on a plane, take them to the Bahamas, be this leader, this captain, this sort of kind of guy that makes them believe that they're going to head in the right direction. I mean, you didn't see Baker Mayfield take and put his team and take them to the Bahamas and do all those sort of things. I never heard of it or seen it. Now he comes into a new locker room and he's doing things that wasn't done before.
What's interesting to me about you're saying that he needs to play 10 games for them to win the division is that means the fine or the suspension can't be over 7. And what I keep reading, at least, is 6 games, 8 games. Is it going to be 6 games, 8 games? So if the under-over is 7, for your prediction to come true, so if the suspension is 8 games, that's really bad news for the Browns. If it's 6 games, they're good, right? Like you feel confident in them still. That is interesting because you pinpointed the exact over-under of the suspension.
Well, the team out of the division lost 7 games last year and they went to the Super Bowl.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.